Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another reaction episode of Arcane. This is Haarute Live, and my name is Matt. Hello. Okay, I'm recording this like way past when I should. So I've been having issues recording stuff due to the awful living conditions I'm currently operating with. Never mind that. Arcane, what's doing happening? So, last episode, we got introduced to this world, which I've known for a while because it's Frontera, I know of a league. But we saw Vi and we saw Powder. We saw a couple of kids, Milo and the other guy, the big boy. I don't remember exactly his name. They said it and he edited the video, but it's been a little bit. And I think they're being taken care of by this guy named Vander. I could be wrong. But the kids try to steal from this household. It was like a prestige family in Piltover, and they took a bunch of blue gems that look super cool and other stuff that they just yeeted into the river. They got angry at Powder for it, but Vi is like, no, it's fine. So that was cool. I enjoyed seeing that. But we had a couple theories about what's actually happening because we saw that very looking evil guy at the end of the episode, which it seems like he hired random kids to follow them to see where they would go. And also I think he was the one that tipped off the shop where Echo is in. I'm not sure what shop wait, they said the name of Little Man. So he tipped off the opportunity to heist that building, and then he had them being followed, which didn't work out. But that sounds like he was trying to get someone to steal something that then he will steal from them, and that's how he obtains it. So it appears that that's kind of where this is going. I'm not sure who he is or what he's trying to do, but yes, that. He also had this like weird rat thing that fucking annihilated a cat. Anyway, I think that was the first episode. Oh man, the animation was so fucking good for that episode. Like, I actually was telling my friend, so my best friend doesn't know anything about League of Legends, and they're kind of not interested in learning anything, and I was like, okay, that first episode of Arcane was pretty good. I am excited to see where it goes more than anything, because I feel like the first episode alone is not enough to like really hook you into it, but it is very good at like letting you know that things are going to matter, you know? And whenever you watch an episode of a show and it's taking its time to like introduce things and like establish characters and dialogue, you start being like, okay, this is not just some random shit that they put together. This is gonna go lead somewhere. So that's something I'm excited for. So we'll see where this is gonna go. Animation is fire though. Anyway, and this is the part where I show for my Patreon. So check out the link in the description or the pop-up on screen right now in order to go over there and catch early episodes and full-length episode reactions. I'm currently having issues releasing episodes, so there might not be 2 episodes, but for sure there will be at least 1 episode of Arcane up there that you can watch early. Usually there would be 2, but I'm fighting for my life here, so maybe it's just going to be episode 3. I don't know, but yeah, go check that out. Or if you just want to support the channel, that's fine, support the channel. I would love that. It would really help out. Anyway, let us begin. So, Arcane, Season 1, I don't know if there's going to be... Arcane Season 1, Episode 2. Let's go. Caitlin?
A little danger is worth the
Jace. Oh, good. I'm reading the subtitles. What are they on the other side of the door? Yeah. This is right then.
Is someone in there?
Oh, shit. This was Jace's room then. And the explosion. Ooh, yeah. Is he okay? I mean, I know he has to be okay. Oh, he saw Vi. Okay. Oh, backstory for Jace too? Oh, damn. Right away. A bunch of shit. Not even a minute in. Oh, fuck. We're 1 minute in and it's like Jace's backstory. His mom is dead. Whoa. Does someone help them? Who's that? Fuck. Whoa, what the fuck is that? What does that crystal do? I mean, some magic shit, sure. Oh, arcane shit. Oh, yeah, there we go. He fucking teleported them. What the fuck? Did he walk into rice? Whoa. Whoa, that looks super cool and trippy. Oh, he gave him the crystal. And this leads into his like obsession with like the crystal maybe, and that's why he had so many in the future. I hate that like I said Imagine Dragons is not my thing, and then while I was setting the episode I was like, damn, this song's kind of catchy actually. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. It's the drop. The drop is the part that I was like, damn, that's good. That part's good. I'll give him that. Oh, the mystery is pretty good.
There's a lot of restricted items here, and I don't see any permits.
That makes
Tell me
sense.
how you got them.
What happened here?
Who are you, fishy boy? Oh, he has that in his bracelet still. Maybe he can channel it somehow. What's gonna come visit him? The Donger!
Imprisonment. What a curious principle.
I was not expecting the Donger to walk in. Holy shit! Race him.
No great science should ever put lives in danger. Be honest now. What manner of inquiry was this?
You build turrets that shoot people.
Harness magic through science.
Magic?
Yes.
No.
No?
Magic isn't real.
Own your mistakes before the council. Admit your work was dangerous. But speak nothing of magic.
Oh, cool. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Oh, it looks so cool. I fucking love this. Punch Mile in the face. She's first. Wait, no, her entire score is her name, actually.
That was the best job we've ever done.
And then gonna talk shit
Powder
about it.
next time.
Fuck you. She's a good shooter. Like, she has that going on for her. I know that much. Damn. Maybe she's gonna end up killing Milo or something. Oh! Not even! I think they're searching for them. Jay saw Vi, so maybe.
Nothing.
Oh. You have that on your own? Do you have that in yourself, girl?
Over here!
Echo, let's go!
Something to put Piltover on the map.
Oh.
Today's trial.
His name is Jace of House Talus.
A house? But Heimerdinger favors him?
As far as I can tell.
That's a child's toy.
Good.
The boy's got ambition. It's why we supported him in the first place.
Ambition? Darling, he nearly blew up our daughter.
Jace had nothing to do with that. He was robbed. We need to help him.
Caitlin's right. We've known Jace for years. Besides, we're
They're
his
so
students. If
posh.
anyone is meant to speak up,
It makes complete
us.
sense that they're so posh.
Let's teach him what it means to mess with us!
We crossed that bridge once before. We all know how that ended.
You're just protecting your kids.
A little bit.
I'm protecting our people. I'll do the same for any one of you. We look out for each other. It's the way it's always been. This will blow over. We just need to stand together.
The Vander I knew, the one who built the underground, wouldn't be afraid to fight.
Yes, even Powder wants to fight.
So why aren't we?
Because last time it ended badly. Last time your parents died. I'm gonna assume that that's what happened last time.
Vander's
He did
gotta
overhear.
deal with the enforcers.
He did overhear this. I love this lady, Amasrala. I'm glad she continues to have lines because I can hear her speak. Oh my god,
your
everyone's so
birthday,
fucking
Captain.
posh.
Oh, Mel, this is too kind.
I'm told it was built only for the sharpest of minds.
And I bought you some ginkgo nuts.
Ah! Don't you know I'm allergic? What are you trying to do? Kill an old man?
Lights on?
Jace Talus.
Why does he have to be so dramatic though?
Do you have anything to show for your work besides an explosion?
No. It came to nothing.
So you're saying your study was meaningless?
It was revolutionary.
Revolutionary how?
You don't have that then.
What's
Ridiculous, really.
The council has more important.
He's gonna say Arcane.
This is...
Perhaps we should just finish.
I was trying to create magic.
Yeah.
Piltover was founded to escape the warmongering of mages, not cultivated.
The ethos is clear. He must be banished from Piltover.
What he did was foolish and unwise. But he has a good heart. Please, let him come home.
A violation of the ethos calls for banishment. But I can sympathize with a young man's dream to change the world. Perhaps in this matter, a lesser sentence may suffice. I move
Don't
that
experiment
Jace be
anymore.
summarily expelled from the academy
Well,
and remanded to the care of his parents.
three. before.
You may take your son home, Mrs. Tallis, but he is never to set foot on Academy grounds again.
Phew, okay. By the way, the only reason why that final guy raised his hand was because he looked at the woman who gave him the gift and saw that she had her hand up, and then he was like, oh shit, yeah, sure, whatever. He wasn't paying attention, he was just distracted. So that was the 500 IQ play with that lady. What the fuck is that? Oh. Just like a tiny hammer. Damn.
Magic saved your life.
Yes. But it won't save yours now. You need to let it go.
I could have convinced the council. If my own family won't help me, I'll find someone who will.
I must admit, his theory intrigues.
If dangerous ideas
The subtitle said Victor just now.
would never wander astray.
Could it
Is
work?
it? Yeah, it's him.
Could these stones
You're
really
Victor?
invoke magic?
He seems interested in it. He's like the head of the council, right? Or something like that. Wait, I just read the subtitle. It says Singed.
No one even knows they exist.
They're monsters.
Wow. That looks racy,
There's a
actually.
monster inside all of us.
That's a cliche line.
What? No.
Okay, human experimentation.
It comes to those who will do anything to achieve it. It's time to let the monster out.
Sure. Who is this kid? And is he just gonna die immediately? Oh my. Wow, that had an immediate effect.
We can't be friends anymore.
So why are you out here?
Porsche parents.
I'm a misfit too, I suppose.
Aw. I
What
love
will you
Caitlin. Caitlin's cool.
Join the Tallis Hammer business, I guess?
You can't do that.
No, I can't. I just wanted to explain.
I think you've done enough.
Mention of magic has the people afraid.
They
The
have
culprits
a right to be
must
afraid.
apprehended.
Because now we know what exactly they stole, actually.
Do whatever it takes. Turn the Undercity upside down if you have to. Just find them.
Oof.
Search the place.
Are they staying here or they're out?
While you're wasting your time, how about a proper drink?
I'll take the strongest shit you got.
The alarm. We need to get the fuck out of here.
I ran into an old friend of yours. He had some stories.
Yeah, well, you can't escape the past, right? It'd be a shame if I had to put them on again.
The fists.
Cast irons, well, it's hard to clean.
By the way, I'm realizing right now that I feel like Vander's gonna die and Vi is gonna... Don't fall. Don't fall. You're gonna make a noise. You still made a noise. Somehow I didn't hear that.
You people down here are all the same. Mistaking arrogance for bravery. You think you're standing up for something? But we all know there is a crime behind every coin that passes through this place. You're just a small man in a little hole the world forgot to bury. And I'm gonna bury the lot of you.
He just threatened everybody.
You heard him. They won't stop. We need to fight back. And if you won't, I will.
I've heard this kind of talk before.
You were on the other end of it, maybe. I was gonna say, I'm realizing that maybe Vander at some point is gonna die, and Vi is gonna put on the fists, and she's gonna... It's like a passing of the torch kind of thing. Isn't this the background of the fighting game video that they released for Project L? The fighting game looks fire. Hasn't come out yet, but looks pretty good.
Why are we here?
Ooh.
You still don't understand.
What I don't understand is how you can work with them. I grew up knowing I'm less than them. That my place is down there. I want Powder to have more than that, and I'm willing to fight for it.
She's gonna end up dead, though.
I was angry, just like you. I led us across this bridge, thinking things could change. If I hadn't, your parents would still be alive.
That's it.
I know you want to hurt the Topsiders for what they've done to us. But who are you willing to lose? Milo? Clagger? Powder? Nobody wins in war, Vi.
Aww.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
The enforcers will come back.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, they have like a shrine. They tried to have like a revolution at this bridge. It went wrong. They all died, and then they have like a memorial.
Am I interrupting?
Okay, I was hoping that would happen. My mind was really willing to just say fuck it. Life doesn't matter anymore.
I wanted to talk about your work, this Hextech theory of yours.
It's not a theory.
Hextech actually works out
I saw with
in
my
the
own
future.
eyes what magic can do. The lives it could save. You've no idea how beautiful it is. And now it's gone. No one believed me.
I don't know if things are gonna end up well for Victor. I'm telling you right now.
Poor cripple from the Undercity.
Ooh,
I was
okay.
an outsider the moment I stepped foot in Piltover.
You're from the Undercity, though.
I didn't have the benefits of a patron or a name. I simply believed in myself. Which is why I'm here. Because I think you're onto something. I want to help you complete your research.
No one thinks it can be done.
When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
I don't even know your name.
It's Victor.
There we go. It almost feels like I should change closed captions. Aww. Oh. Oh, she got it?
What makes you different makes you strong. Always remember that, okay?
That was so cute. She moved her hair a little bit and she started smiling.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
I was getting results.
You got nothing, bro.
Maybe it's not too late.
We're gonna have like a musical bit every episode, maybe. That cup is cute. Okay, enforcers are coming down. Vi's gonna do it. She's gonna say I did it. That's it? You can't do this to me, bro. Bro, you're really gonna do me like that? I was like, I was really into it. Damn it. I hate the modern culture of binging shows because they make shows in order to be binged now. Fuck. Okay, that episode ending actually really got me. I was really expecting for the episode to keep going for like a couple more minutes, but no. Alright, I think that at the end what's happening is that Vi... I think that Vi is the one that sent the message in like the little device thing. So Vi sent that, and she essentially said, come down to get me, I did it. And they're gonna come down, and Vi's gonna be like, alright, I did it, I stole these things, and I have them right here. She's gonna give them the crystals, and she's gonna say, it was me, and that's probably what she's gonna do. That's probably gonna be the end of it. And the thing is that the enforcers are probably gonna ask more questions, but Vi is not gonna sell anyone. So I think that they're just gonna have to take Vi, and then we see what happens, I suppose. So here's the other thing. It's that like previous episode, when I saw cupcakes at a house, I was like, oh, that means Caitlyn. And I was wondering if we were gonna see Cop Caitlyn or something show up. But something I was failing to take into account was the factor of time. The factor that this is a prequel, which means that Caitlyn is young, Jace is young, Victor is young and not fucked up. I think Victor is fucked up. I could be wrong, because in the game Victor is encased in like a mech armor, so I am assuming that he becomes fucked up at some point. Otherwise, why have that? Or maybe he turns himself into a machine. Actually, I can see that happening too. I don't know. So, all right, this is interesting. But yeah, so they're gonna take Vi. I'm assuming that that's what that final thing was. They're gonna take Vi, and Vi, and like that's the thing. Is even previous episode I said Vi is gonna be like owning up to it. I was saying it was gonna be Vi or Vander, and it seems like it's Vi, because it makes sense. Because the moment Vander told her, yes, you want to fight them, but if you fight them, people are gonna die. And it could be your friends who die. It could be Powder who dies. Like, you're not ready, you're not prepared to lose someone, because like losing someone means that that's it. You know, you're trying to fight to protect them, but what's gonna happen is that you're end up gonna be fighting and they're gonna die on you. So, which like completely defeats the purpose. So no one wins a war, Vi. And I really like that moment because, okay, now we understand that what happened at the beginning of episode 1 was actually the people from Son. And by the way, I was thinking, they never referred to this place as Son, and I don't want to look it up because of spoilers. But previous episode, I like looked up Son on Google, and I read Son is like this place at the foot of Piltover or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, that place is Son, because that place really looks like Son. So I was thinking, yeah, this is Son, but they never referred to it as such. They just referred to it as the Undercity. So I'm wondering if maybe there is some kind of like civil war that happens, and then they become Son as a result. Yeah, because the Enforcers have power over what's happening at Son, so which is why the council can just send police down there and say like, all right, go fuck them up and see what you find. So it would make sense for Son to have like some kind of civil war at some point. I mean, that will happen in the show, and that's when Son becomes a real place, because right now it's just the Undercity. So maybe that's what's gonna happen. You know, this is me using my League knowledge. This is using me my League lore knowledge from 2012 in order to come up with what's gonna happen. So yeah, okay, I see. Okay, that could happen. Okay, I'm into it. So okay, Vi is gonna be taken by the Enforcers to Piltover, I'm guessing. I'm assuming Vi is gonna. Maybe not. Maybe Vi is not gonna take the crystals with her. I can see Vi just saying like, all right, I'm just gonna leave Powder with the crystals. You know, she earned them. She deserves them. But maybe Vi. If I was Vi, I feel like I would take the crystals and I would be like, all right, I did it. I have it right here. Let's go. You know, just like my fault, fuck me up, and then I just take it. You know, because like. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Otherwise, she says like, yeah, I did it, but then they go, but these crystals are missing still, and then they're gonna have to go back to the Undercity in order to try and get them again and find whoever has them, which is gonna be Powder. So the smart thing to do would be to grab the crystals yourself and say, I did it, and then you take the fall and everyone else is fine. That makes the most amount of sense. If that happens though, previous episode I was thinking if that something like that does happen, they get Vi. Vi ends up becoming an enforcer in Piltover. That's literally her title, the Piltover Enforcer. It's also funny because in this episode they said like, I don't think you're sending like Piltover's finest to get them, and I was thinking Piltover's finest. That's something that Vi says. I'm Piltover's finest. You know, like she doesn't say I know voice lines, okay, but yes, like that's in the poster, isn't it? Piltover's fine. Fuck it, let me get it. Piltover's fine. That's her. It's not the fucking other Enforcers, it's her. She's Piltover's finest. So of course they wouldn't have Piltover's finest because she hasn't showed up yet. But yeah, anyway, little references aside. If she's sticking to Piltover, like, how does she go from like one of the worst criminals that it's like a crime so fucked that they just like almost like exiled Jace for having those, you know? And Vi just stole them, and because of that the building got exploded. Like that's the thing, is that like Jace did have like dangerous materials and he was experimenting with like dangerous things, But Vi stole these very dangerous materials and fucked up a building. I mean, it wasn't her, but it was her as far as Piltover is concerned. So, like, how does Vi go from that to I'm a cop now? How does that happen? So, like, I'm wondering, if they take Vi, it's like, okay, she's a prisoner. How does Vi, like, clean her name in a way? How does she do that? She would have to, like, I don't know, she would have to, like, save the life of one of the, like, council members. Like, something like that. This is me assuming where the plot is gonna go. I could be completely wrong in saying that they're gonna take her. If they take her, which I think is what's gonna happen, like, they have to, like, capture her and, like, put her behind bars because Vi just says, fuck it, I surrender, here's your stuff. So, if that is the case, then fucking how? You know, how? I don't know, because also Piltover people are really, like, strict. And, like, I was thinking, like, maybe Caitlyn bails her out because I know that Caitlyn and Vi are close, but, like, I'm thinking Caitlyn is young right now. She's just a kid, so that wouldn't work. But, okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that now we're seeing a bunch of characters from the game show up as, like, younger versions of themselves in the show. More than just Vi and Jinx, you know? Powder, whatever. Like, I feel weird saying Powder because she's Jinx, but I'm gonna call her Powder for now because I know that Arcane was so big that people just watch Arcane without knowing League. So she's Powder now, and she's gonna be Jinx later. But, like, okay. But now we're seeing other characters. So we saw Jace, we saw Caitlyn, we saw Victor. I read the subtitle that said Singe. You know, I have closed captions on, which I feel like maybe I should change. There's no other version. It's just closed captions. There's no just English dialogue. There is just closed captions. So I just have to, like, take this. Okay, I see. The guy in the background. So there's the guy with the, like, creepy evil eye. And then there's another guy that's working with him in the background just doing, like, potions and shit. And that guy is Singe. I don't think we got a name for the other evil eye guy, so I don't know who the fuck that is. But, like, Singe is there. Singe is in there. He's in the background and he's making potions. You know what? That makes complete sense. 100%. He's not bald yet, but that is Singe. Anyway, that makes sense because Singe just fucking juices him up. So it makes sense that, like, he's developing some weird potion enhancement shit and he's gonna inject it at some point and he's... I don't know, he just does that now because that's his ultimate in the game. But, like, yeah, sure. Singe is there. There's another character that's 4. We got 4. That's 4 characters so far. Dinger! 5! I forgot about the Dunger. Dude, man, I forgot about fucking Dunger. Okay, let me get the gift right there. I can't believe they fucking got the Dunger in the show. I mean, I can't believe it. You know, it's fine. I believe it. But, like... I was not expecting it. He literally just walked on screen because, like, Jace was in prison and I was like, oh, who's gonna come and talk to him? It's gonna be Caitlyn maybe because we saw Caitlyn earlier. I don't know what role Caitlyn has in society yet, so maybe she's gonna show up and talk to him. Or I don't know, anyone other than fucking Heimerdinger just walking in and be like, hello, anyway, don't talk about magic or it's gonna be bad for you. And it was. But, like, man, I'm fucking happy to see a Dunger. I fucking really happy to see Heimerdinger. You know, like, Heimerdinger is such a fucking funny character. And, like, the reason why he's... Like, that's the thing, is that, like, Lee has, like, no story. I mean, now he does, but, like, Lee is just Lee. But he's funny because of the memes that I've been seeing since 2012. Like, look at this. Like, there. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't remember the Dunger. Y'all don't remember when you needed to race him. I fucking love Heimerdinger. I'm a Cutie Pie was fucking great, too. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with his life now. He's probably a streamer. But, like, shoutouts to I'm a Cutie Pie. Shoutouts to the Dunger. The Dunger's fucking good. But anyway... We got Caitlyn, we got Victor, we got Singe in a way. Wait, who the fuck? Jace. There we go, Jace. So, Jace was given a lot of, like, time this episode at least, and I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of Jace in the future too, because they're setting up this, like, storyline going on. Where, I also really love how at the very beginning, they start the episode with, like, a different perspective of a scene that we saw in episode 1. That's really cool. I really enjoy that because like when I saw them walking into this door and they're trying to open it, even before he tried to open it, I was like, oh, maybe this is the other side of what was going on in episode 1. And it was, because I remember in episode 1 I was thinking maybe this inventor's place was Jace's, and it was, because I remember that Jace is the inventor of Piltover and he makes some crazy shit that then he uses in the game. And I like how he's like, yeah, I'm gonna join my dad's hammer shop, I guess. And it's like, you know, and Caitlyn was like, you can't do that, and because it's like, oh no, how are you gonna lower yourself to just making hammers when you have such a brilliant man? And it's like, oh dear, it's not gonna be any normal hammer. It's not gonna be a shitty ass hammer. It's gonna be some crazy shit. Don't worry about it. What, you know, like it's like some Hideo Kojima shit. He's like, all right, I'm gonna make a hammer, but what if the hammer was a gun? How about that? How about that? And everyone's like, everyone clap. It's like, hell yeah. So another random like leak thing. I remember when Jace came out, Jace was the character number 100 of League. I'm pretty sure. And the reason why I remember that is because I remember a friend of mine like being like, oh my god, the 100th character of League is coming out. I wonder what's it gonna be. I wonder what's it gonna be like. And I remember that then he was disappointed that that when you saw Jace, because he was like generic white guy join in. And it's like, all right. But he did have the fun mechanic of like switching, like not having an ultimate and just having like a stand switch where he switched between like a bruiser and a carry. And that was really cool actually. And I do enjoy playing Jace. I think that is a really cool mechanic because I think at the time that was the only character that ever had that. I know Nidalee exists, but I think the Korgor form was actually something you needed to unlock at level 6. I think they switched it at some point in the future, but for Jace, I think he was the only one that didn't have an ultimate and it was a character switch, like right from level 1. I think Jace was the first one, and that was kind of cool, the fact that they did something new with Jace for 100 character. And yeah, that's something cool about Jace. I actually do enjoy Jace in the game, but oh, dude, I fucking clapped with Jace a couple days ago in Aram. I just remember. How much of these videos are just gonna me talking about League versus me talking about the show? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Arcane people. But like, Arcane to me is more enjoyable than what it would be if I didn't know anything about League. But because I know, I keep just pointing at things and being like, yo, I know that character. I like that guy, you know? But more than that, more important than Jace, Caitlyn showed up. I like Caitlyn. I like Caitlyn a lot, actually. I always like the character of Caitlyn, and I like her in the show so far. Dude, when you see her family and the interior of their house, and it's so fucking posh, and I'm like, of course it is. Of course it's posh as shit. Of course it would be. Like, Caitlyn is the most posh character in the game, and she's not even the most posh character in the show. She's actually kind of decent compared to her parents. And you know what? That makes sense. You know, you see them and it's like, oh my god, these people. Yo, like, I hate everyone in Piltover almost, you know? Like, everyone who's not like a game character from Piltover, I hate. You know, just like everyone from Piltover just sucks, you know? The entire council just kind of sucks, you know? The only person that doesn't is like Hammerdinger. And I guess Jace's mom was part of the council? Whatever, we don't know anything about her. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Like, Jace is fine, Caitlyn is good, Victor seems to be... Okay, that's the interesting thing about Victor. Let's talk about that. So I never really played Victor. In fact, I don't even know if I own him in the game. Since like a decade ago. I don't know if I own him in the game. So yeah, I never played Victor. But like, I don't know the lore, but I do know that he does not look like that in the game. In the game, he has this like suit of armor that covers his entire body. And I was thinking, okay, maybe things are not gonna go well for our boy Victor here in the show, because like, this is a prequel, which means that... So that's the exact same reason why when I saw Jace about the jump, I was like, he's gonna be fine, because I know he is fine. But I didn't realize he was gonna jump because he left his like bracelet that means a lot to him in the background. So I was like, oh, he's actually considering ending his life because he lost this like invention thing going on. So that actually speaks a lot about how much it meant to him. So the fact that he lost that is just like, well, fuck it. But it could also just be a thing of like, I'm a privileged white boy, and like the first inconvenience I find, I'm like, fuck it, end it all. Fuck it, just And you know what? That's fair too, because I've also felt that way sometimes. You know, sometimes that has also happened to me. I would just feel like, you know what? Fuck it. You know, I'd rather just go and die right now. You know, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Fuck life. I'm just gonna go. But like, it kind of makes sense because you can see how like maybe his entire life just like got shattered in front of him, because it's like you can't step into the academy anymore. So then it's like, okay, you cannot be a proper scholar or a proper inventor. You just kind of have to say fuck it and conform to like a normal shitty job, which is what he seems is gonna do. And like, I suppose that's like a big thing of like, all right, I guess fuck my life now. But like, I'm a high school dropout, so that doesn't sound too crazy to die for to me, but maybe for some other person with a different view like Jace, maybe it would. But let's talk about Victor. He does not look like that in the game, and I don't know exactly what the lore is behind Victor in the game, so I don't know if he's like disfigured or if he lost his body and turned into a robot. I don't know what his lore is, but I do know it's not this. So whatever Victor is in the show is not gonna be what Victor is gonna be at the end of the show. I'm just gonna say it right now. Or unless there's like a season 2. I think they did announce like a season 2, didn't they? I think I saw that. Arcane season 2. Okay, the first result is Arcane Season 2 announcement by the official channel of League of Legends. So I'm just gonna say yes, there's gonna be a Season 2. If there's gonna be a Season 2 and Victor is completely fine by the end of Season 1, I'm sorry, spoilers, Victor's gonna get fucked up at some point. At least I'm thinking that I might be wrong actually in that, but like, he's just not gonna be that. Unless at some point he just decides, I'm gonna wear a mech suit, you know? If that was just a conscious choice that he makes for no reason, I'll be, you know what, fine. You know, I'll be like, you know what, fine. Sure. You know what? I would also like to have a mech suit that I can just wear. Yo, have you seen Gundam cosplayers? I don't mean the guy with the box that says Gundam on it. I mean like actual Gundam cosplayer. Some people actually cosplay Gundams. And it looks fucking crazy, dog. Like, it looks like the craziest shit ever. I'm going on a tangent again, I'm sorry. Anyway, Victor's gonna be fucked up. Jace is gonna end up fine. That's the thing. Is that right now, Victor is like the head of whatever of the academy or some shit. That's what he said. Even though he looks really young. But like, he's not gonna end up like that. Meanwhile, Jace has just been exiled, discredited, and just cast out as a misfit. And yet, I know he's gonna end up great in the future. Because, like, Jace in the game is like, oh, he's like, I don't know, like fucking Superman or some shit. Like, you know, like everybody looks up to this guy, everyone loves that guy. And he looks like so clean, he looks so good, and it's like, yeah, that's interesting to see this happening in the show compared to where it's gonna end up in the game. So that's something really interesting to me. Caitlyn is gonna join the police and she's gonna be the sheriff. So it's interesting to see that, dude. Like, that's something really cool to see. Like, you know where the characters end up, and then it's like, all right, go backwards. What happened? How did we get here? You know? That's why fucking Yakuza 0 is so fucking good. Even though I play Yakuza 0 first. But like, Yakuza 0 is so fucking good because like, if you play 1 or 2 or whatever, and then you go back, you're like, oh shit, some shit went down before the beginning of the story. It's like, yeah, man. Cinch, I don't know if there's anything else I can say about Cinch. He's just out there in the background making potions. He might not matter at all in the show. It's just like a name that they're just gonna throw in and be like, yeah, Cinch is there. Sure. Yeah, I think that's it for every name character that showed up this episode. That was a lot of characters, by the way. I really enjoyed this episode. But like, partially why I enjoyed this episode so much was because I was able to identify like half the scenes, just being like, yo, that's something I recognize. Anyway, let's focus on actually the episode. So, we get introduced to Jace. Jace is experimenting with arcane magic. He's trying to channel magic into technology, or like creating magic by using technology. And Victor looks at his notes and he said he's thinking about calling it like hex tech, which works. I know hex tech works in the game, so Jace is successful, and I also know that he's successful because of the game. So Now we're seeing that actually, thinking about it, it seems like technology doesn't really exist, at least to an advanced degree, in Runeterra right now. You know, everything seems very simple, even though it's like really extra. There was a council member that had like a collar, which was also like clockwork, and it was like moving. It was like, why are you wearing that? Why are you, what the fuck? It's like, the council was so extra. Piltover is so extra. I don't know why. I mean, everyone's up their own asses, so I guess it makes sense, but like the console was so fucking extra, you know? Like when Jace walked into the room and they just fucking closed the dome ceiling for complete darkness, and then they lit up the one singular light on top of the person in the trial. It's like, why is it gotta be like that? Why can't you just walk in and talk? Why do you have to go through this entire process? It's like, all right, that's like a little bit too much. It's kind of funny to think about, but sure. So Jace gets trialed and every council member has to decide his fate. Ultimately, I really like this lady. I don't know the name of this lady. It's a lady that I think she has like dreads that go or like south. Yeah. So she is looking at people. She's like looking at things and being like, okay, we need something to bring Piltover into the map. You know, something to like for Piltover to gain some like notoriety or something. So she's thinking about Jace, actually. She's asking, what's this person in this trial, Jace? And it's like, oh, it's this person from this house. And it's like, oh, okay. And then, and there was the scene where she's looking at things and someone just said, and she's like, what is this? And it's like a toy. And she was like, this will do. So then they go into the trial room and she gives that to like this like dude. I don't know what that dude was, but he was some like high ranking dude in the council, and she says, I got this for you as a gift. And he was like, oh, thank you. And then he's just like playing with it. It's literally a toy. It's like a Rubik's Cube, but like dumber, I think. So he starts just fucking around with it. And we see another council member, a blonde guy, and you can see that he's a shit. You can see that blonde guy is a shit because like he sees she gave him a gift and she's like, oh, I also got you a gift, these peanuts that I was just eating. And he's like, I'm allergic to peanuts, you're trying to kill me. It's like, all right, we just established like 3 characters right there. We saw the lady, she's really smart, and we're gonna see why in a second. We saw the blonde guy, he's an asshole, and he's also trying to get people to like him or to like, I don't know, do favors for him. So he's like seeing that someone else is trying to pull something and he's like, I want in on that. Me too, actually, me too, I'm good. And it's like, no man, you suck. And then we see the other guy who's a complete idiot. So the reason why the lady's so smart is because when the trial is happening and they all ultimately come to the decision of either exiling Jace or letting him stay in the city, just out of reach of the academy, like people start voting for him to stay, and the lady raises her hand and then she looks at the guy. The guy is fucking around with the toy. He looks at the woman and he's like, sure, yeah, me too, whatever. So it's like this thing of like, I trust her because she gave me like a toy. She's respectful and nice to me. And I'm not paying attention. So I guess I look at her and I see what she's doing and I'm like, oh, sure, me too, whatever. And that's the only reason Jay stayed. So what that sounds to me is that the woman is looking into Jace as like someone that could potentially be a great asset to build over. Like she's actually willing to like experiment with like some other powers that are not really discovered or like haven't been refined. So she's willing to do that. So she hears this about Jace, and then she's also like, all right, let him stay. You know, maybe this will work out. Maybe we can do something in the future. So she's like, sure, let's let him stay. And it's not just that, it's the fact that she essentially got herself 2 votes in whatever her decision might have been. Because even though she was looking at Jace already before, she didn't know exactly what Jace was going to do or what he was going to say. So because she heard that, so what she did is that before the trial even started, she was essentially guaranteeing herself, or not guaranteeing, but like moving pieces in order to maybe get 2 votes in for whatever choice she wanted. So she just said that guy's an idiot, so I'm just gonna give him a toy, and then that will be enough for him to like vote for whatever I want to vote, because he's just not gonna pay attention, which is exactly what happened. So that lady's really clever. Also, she could be a great important ally for Jace alongside Victor in order to see discovering this new Hextech energy and seeing how we can develop this. So sure, that's really interesting, because we established so many things about like a couple of characters that I know nothing about just really quickly, just in like 3 interactions. That was fantastic, and that was like such a minor thing. Like, I'm sure that like a lot of people didn't catch on that. I can see a lot of people watching this and not catching that that's what she did. That's why that guy raised his hand. Like, it's subtle things. I love that. I love it so much. Sorry, I don't remember any of their names, so I hope you understand who I'm talking about. But like, that was so fucking cool. I really enjoy that. We see Jinx shooting down like thingies in the, what is the word I'm looking for? It's like an arcade house. Yeah, it was kind of like an arcade house, you know? So she was shooting down these things that she fixed, and Miley's complaining that he always loses to Jinx, and it's like, Powder. But like, it makes sense. Powder is Jinx. She doesn't know how to punch. She does know how to pull out a gun and shoot people with it. She does know how to do that. So it makes a lot of sense that you're seeing her just ace every shot. And it's like, yep, that's going to be dangerous in the future. It's going to be really dangerous. Anyway, what else do we see? Caitlyn and Jace's relationship. That's cool. I like that. They were close friends, and Jace just wanted to come in and talk to Caitlyn and Caitlyn's parents, just explain himself to them, and they immediately just say, fuck you, go fuck yourself. We don't want someone like you in our city. It's like, I hate that, you know, like, and like, that's something that's so like inherently hateable that I can see a lot of people watching this and being like, okay, Jace is cool, Victor is cool. Just because you hate every person in the Council of Piltover for being so up their own asses and so traditional, like, that you just hate them, you know? Even though you can understand like Heimerdinger's perspective on that. Like, that's the interesting thing. Is the Heimerdinger is like, this arcane stuff, the magic is actually really dangerous. We shouldn't fuck with it because it will only lead to destruction. And you know, everyone else kind of agrees, but also everyone else is such an asshole about it. You know, so you hate them, but you don't hate Heimerdinger. You understand Heimerdinger, but you hate everyone else, you know? So that's interesting how they managed to do that for the council. Yeah, Caitlyn's parents might suck, but Caitlyn's cool. She's cool. She wants to be Jace's friend, even though they don't let her, but it's fine. You're going to grow up, and you're going to eventually be able to, like, have a life. So that's going to be fun. I wonder how old Kate is here, because she actually looks kind of young, but Jace is 24. Like, Caitlyn looks younger than 24. I wonder how young the kids are. Vi and Powder and Milo and God, what's the name of the other guy? Fuck, I believe I forget the name of the other guy again. Big boy. What are their ages? Because they said Jace is 24. Okay, explicitly Jace is 24. Okay, cool, got it. How old is Kate? I'm gonna say Kate is younger. She looks younger. She might be around the same age as Vi, maybe a little bit older. Let's say that Caitlyn is like 18. Vi might be like 16. Powder might be like 12. Those are my random guesses. But yeah, anyway, they have a friendship despite like an age difference. But also I can see that happening because they're just literally just the sons of like council members, you know? So it's like, oh, we are rich people, haha, we hang out together, you know? So that might be the only reason why those kids are friends. So yeah, anyway, I was glad to see them, and this is interesting to see. Anyway, so another thing we see is that we see this one guy, this enforcer guy, I don't know his name. So there's two main enforcers. There's Grisham of Estrella from The Expanse, Grayson, I think that's her name in the show, Grayson. She has a great voice. Anyway, we saw her, and she's cool, but then we see the other guy who seems like an asshole, and he is an asshole, and he just goes to the bar, and he's like, alright, bar people, y'all suck, I'm gonna fucking search around in bar, see if we can find anything. They didn't. It's really lucky for the kids that they didn't. So he just it's so clear when you see a character and it's like, oh, you were made to be a villain, you know, you were made to be hated by people, because this guy shows up and he's like barges in and he's trying to find his kids, and then he leaves the bar saying like, yo shit, I can't wait to kill all of you, and it's like, all right, villain, good to know that you're on the bad side so I can hate you without like caring, you know, like, so that's so clear to me and it's almost kind of funny. But yeah, then that guy talks to Grayson and Grayson is like, you did what? You did what? And then they get the message, and I'm assuming the message is from Vi and they're gonna take Vi. So I think that's the development. It is interesting that he decided to do all of that, and also he had to talk with Vander about the past, and Vander, and like, it's funny because he said like, you weren't always the peacekeeper, and Vander is like, well, yeah, we all make mistakes, we all do things that we're not proud of. And I like that because I'm really liking the character of Vander that they're showing to me here, because it's like, it's this guy who is angry at the system. He's angry at the situation they live in. He's like, we're gonna free our people. Like, we don't have to answer the Piltover. Fuck them. We live like shit, and it's their fault. You know, it's like, it's the situation they live in is completely unfair. What they show to me, it sounds like Piltover is being completely unfair towards them, and the enforcers just kind of like flex on them and just do police brutality and all sorts of like crimes on these people that are just trying to live, and they live in a shitty situation because I'm assuming like the Undercity like needs to like work in the way it works in order to like fuel Piltover, so Piltover looks nice. So like, yeah, fuck them, you know, fuck them for doing that. So it makes complete sense that someone would get angry and be like, yeah, let's take the fight to them. The problem is that he did that, and that ended up in a slaughter for the people of the Undercity. And that even made it so Vi and Powder's parents died. And maybe the other kids' parents died too. So what happens is that Vander looks at this and he just decides, alright, that was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. Because I just killed this kid's parents. I just killed my neighbors. And we didn't get anything out of it, you know? And we could have continued to push, but how many more people would have died, you know? So now he's seeing all of this happen, and he's like, we shouldn't do this, because this is gonna end up badly, and people are gonna die. And you think that you can fight for this cause, but like, at the end of the day, when someone close to you dies, you just kind of want to end it. You're just gonna be like, fuck it, alright, I shouldn't have done this, and you're gonna regret that forever. So like, he tells this to Vi, because Vi is echoing the same thoughts that Vander had when he was young. And I like that Vander said, I've heard those words before, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, you were on the other end though. You were on the giving end instead of the receiving end before. He tells all of this to Vi, and he tells her like, who's gonna die next? Who are you willing to let die? You know, my little big boy Powder. It's like, yeah, they could just die if you decide to go through with this fight, and that could, maybe it's not worth it, you know? So that's why I'm assuming Vi decides to just say, fuck it, I surrender, it was me, take me and no one else, you know? She's taking the fall for the sake of everyone else. She's protecting her friends and her sister. That's awesome. Fucking love Vi, dude. Fucking love Vi. Anyway, so I think that's mostly what happened in this episode. I don't know if there's anything else I need to talk about. The trial, Jace, Heimerdinger, Victor. Well, Victor says he wants to help Jace. Sure. I can see Victor like going way too far with it, and that's what ends up happening to him. So that's my prediction, I suppose. Like, he's gonna like experiment with himself. There's gonna be a horrible accident and he's gonna get fucked up or some shit, but like Jace is gonna end up nice, I guess. So yeah, sure, that's happening. It is interesting that Victor literally saved Jace's life, because Jace was like ready to fucking end it all just because he lost access to his like experiments. Anyway, I don't know if there's anything else I want to say. Oh, there was a bridge that we saw for like a shot. There was the bridge where Vander take Vi to talk to. And that bridge, I'm pretty sure this bridge that you see, I cannot show the shot on OBS because Netflix doesn't allow you to take screenshots or fucking put out the video up here, but like, there's a shot of this bridge, and I suppose I can pull up the Project L trailer. So League of Legends announced that they're gonna do a fighting game, and they release a video that shows like a little bit of the fighting game. The game looks great, and I'm excited for it, But like in the background of said game, it is the bridge. It is that bridge. Okay, so this is the trailer for Project L, and it looks fucking sick, dude. Like the game looks sick, but like that's the background, that's the bridge. There might be even more references in the background if I pay attention to it for Arcane. Like maybe that lady in the background, maybe that's Grayson actually. I don't know. Yo, there's like a mech there in Forces. That's cool. Maybe we'll see that in the show too. I'll be down for that. Anyway, here's Ari beating the shit out of Jinx. Anyway, that's it for that video. But yeah, that's the bridge. And it was fun to see the bridge. And I was like, oh, that's from the Project L trailer. You know, just like, yeah, I watched the Project L trailer before I watch Arcane. And I enjoy the Project L trailer very much, to the point that I can recognize where that was. So yeah, that was a little bit funny. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up about talking about these games that I enjoy, and I guess that's it for the episode too. I don't know if there's anything else I want to elaborate on it. I'm skimming through it, but I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm predicting that Vi is surrendering herself. Maybe she'll take the crystals with her. It would be stupid not to do that. I don't know what's gonna happen to her afterwards. Jay's got Victor's help, and maybe the other lady in the council, the smart one, in order to like keep experimenting, because I know that he does. I do know that he succeeds, so that's happening. Singe is with the... Here's the thing, is that this guy with the eye, this guy with the creepy eye, he has to be a character. He has to be a character from the game. They just haven't revealed who he is yet. But like, he has to be a character from the game. But like, he's no one I recognize. Maybe I'm just blanking, but like, he's no one I recognize. But he's working with Singe, and they're creating this like juice that will make you do stuff. And they injected that onto the kid, by the way. They have this like blonde kid that they injected with this juice, and he seemed like he was going into a transformation of sorts, a metamorphosis, if you will. It's funny how quickly that worked though, because he literally just drank it, and before it even went down his throat, he started like, ugh! It's like on contact. It's almost kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, so he was going through some sort of metamorphosis. I don't know what's going to happen with that kid. So I suppose we're going to see next episode maybe. So that's going to be interesting. And I think that's it for this episode. I don't think there's anything else I can elaborate on. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this reaction episode to Arcane. Alright everyone, thank you for tuning in to this video. If you'd like to watch the next 2 episode reactions to Arcane, maybe check out the Patreon. Check out the link in the description for that. Social media, Twitch stream, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. I'll see you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.